Let's go, going live. Welcome back to another live training. Hello, behind the scenes, my IG people. Thank you so much for joining me. My YouTube peeps, my podcast peeps. Thank you guys so much for being here and tuning in. So excited. Today we are talking and digging into the topic of body dysmorphia. Body image is very vital and important throughout your health journey, fitness journey. We're gonna get into it. I have my cute little drink here, so we're gonna get right into it. Let's just, kind of talk a little background on my story and how, kind of like overcoming my situation as far as like looking good. I did talk about this like last week on like how important it is not to just work out to look good, but also to feel good. That's like the main thing that we want to focus is overall health. Like it doesn't have to be just like the physical aspect, and it will take some time if like you are currently going through that, currently struggling. I face this every day, but I have to remind myself to be easy on myself and kind of just, take it day by day, because we're never going to be like 100% comfortable or like satisfied with how we look. We have a dream body, but just because you follow someone, follow them exactly what they do, how they eat, how they train, that doesn't mean that you will look like them. Body dysmorphia is an everyday thing that we face, just as people, as human beings. Like our insecurities kind of start as children, like when we're young. I personally grew up with, my family being super judgmental. They just tell you like, hey, this is how you look, or sometimes they'll make like jokes on, why are you wearing that? Why do you look like this? And then you don't realize that it sticks with you until like years later. I'm like reflecting now. I'm like, wow, this person, so-and-so, that's always been this way. Or why are they so judgmental? My grandparents on both sides have like that harsh, like judgmental thing. So that just comes like, which is kind of crazy to think about. I don't know if it's just like Hispanics, Latinas, but definitely in my household, in my family, like it's just generational where people have been judged. We're all judged. Have my salud. Delicious. This is so good. Again, we face this challenge like every day where, we're kind of growing up to, we should not have to keep facing everyone's judgment, our family's judgment, how you look, and people should not make comments on how we look, how we dress, all of that. And I grew up with that. I don't know if anyone can relate, but definitely let me know if you can, because I just don't know why that's still a thing where like we have to be okay with it and we have to live with it. Still to this day, I have certain people in my life, family, unfortunately, where I don't feel comfortable. I don't want to open up to them. 1, 2, I don't really associate myself with them because of how judgmental they are, how they talk, and how they are always criticizing not just me but other people. And it's just like so toxic, and I'm like, why do we have to live like this? Why do we have to like to have a conversation? Why is it always about someone, how they look, how they dress? I know it's like kind of going into a different topic, but that's just like in a way how I'm saying like how we grew up knowing like this is the judgment and therefore you have to live with it. This is where I think we can break those generational curses. That could be like one of the root causes as to why we have body dysmorphia, why we are so insecure, why we don't feel confident in our own skin, why we don't truly love ourselves. And it's not till like, really recently that I'm like, wait, let me look back. And then I see all this growing up with that toxic mentality of my aunts, uncles, whatever, grandparents. And I'm like, they kind of planted that seed. I'm not saying I completely, I'm not putting the blame on them. I'm praying for them every day. They have some trauma that's how they have their defense mechanism is to, oh, I'm going to judge someone else. I'm going to talk bad about someone else, etc. Like, it's just like so annoying. And the same thing with like bullying. I think a few years ago, I tried on a prom dress where I obviously wore in high school. I wore it my junior year. And it was like 3 years later, and I had tried it on, and I'm like, why doesn't this fit me the same? I felt the same. I'm like, there's no way I gained this much weight, right? Like, you're kind of like in denial. I'm like, did I really gain this much weight in like these 3 years? But like someone else explained to me, they're like, oh, well, not that you gained weight, but your body changed into a more like womanly body. Goal right now is to slim down because I am not comfortable of how I look or how I've looked the past year or so. I feel like I've, you know, again, it could be body dysmorphia, it could be just like wanting, there comes like a mind shift as to, one, again, are you healthy? Is this really bothering you? And not doing it for other people, not caring what they say, or like having that be the main effect as to like, oh, this is why I want to lose weight, or this is why I want to have a bigger butt, etc. Like it can be so many factors. Not letting other people decide that for you, but you personally, if you see yourself and you're not happy with yourself, looking in the mirror, or how you feel, like literally how you feel goes a lot, way more longer way than like, or looking good in the mirror. Obviously that does bring some joy, but again, it is like temporary. Overall, your health is like a long process, but that's why I'm so huge on it being a lifestyle and not having this just be super temporary, which I feel like people just are looking for that quick fix, and it's not healthy, where they just want to try keto, they just want to try intermittent fasting, whatever it is that you've tried and tried over and over again, and it's obviously not bringing you the results or not bringing you the optimal goal that you want to see, is because you're just trying to look for that quick fix, and it's not lasting. It's not realistic for your body to live in those ways. So that's why, you know, eating balanced overall and having overall balance with, you know, the 80-20 rule, where 80% is like healthy, your lifestyle, you're eating well balanced, moving your body, and the 20% can be like enjoying yourself, like sitting on the couch, enjoying your favorite dessert or whatever. And then also like alcohol goes into like the 20%, whatever. Like it's just a whole thing of like judgment, people judging over and over and over. And it's just like in your mind constantly, subconsciously in a way, because it's just like in a way it's ingrained because you quote unquote got used to it. Not saying that you were okay with it ever, but I'm saying like quote unquote you got used to people saying this about you, saying how you look is one way or the other. And then that's kind of like where the root cause of body dysmorphia, or like being insecure, kind of goes around to being healthy. So if you look at yourself now, what would you say? Are you like in it just for the physical results? Are you in it to feel good or look good? Like what would you optimally say? Because for me, yes, I have goals to look a certain way. That's kind of how I am able to manipulate, like as far as my goals, like what am I doing, you know, to do for my goals. Like if you have physical results that you want to see in the future, just make sure they're healthy. Like don't beat yourself up if you're not losing weight, if you're not like seeing results right away. It took me at least to be consistent. I didn't even like try to gain a butt, if that makes sense. Not saying my butt is huge now, but compared to like when I played soccer, all I was just quads. Like all I had was legs. But I didn't really have a butt. Like looking back at pictures, I'm like, I didn't really have a big butt. You know, what got into like fitness is like because of soccer, like I needed something to do, which I talked about in another episode if you guys saw that or want to watch it. Arm definition, which now I don't have my biceps. That's one thing that they do not grow. So just be sure that you're being okay with certain things not changing, because genetically certain things will not develop. Like my biceps, for example, like never grow. Triceps are more defined. My triceps, you can see more muscle definition than my biceps. My biceps don't really grow. There's no like toned look to them. My shoulders, so. My legs have like probably the most definition. My glutes, whatever. So again, that's one thing to remember, as genetically, some people are blessed to grow certain areas or to see more muscle definition in certain areas versus other people. And that's kind of where everything, like being patient with yourself and like just learning things, that's the fun part. Like you get to learn different things about yourself, about your body, how you can progress or grow. Just being okay with yourself, not changing right away, because you have to accept the fact that you're not going to see results right away. It takes at least the first 3 months, maybe. Sometimes people don't see results till 6 months, 9 months, a year. Some people don't see results like at all for like a year or 2 years. So it's just a matter, again, this is why I'm so big on like, one, finding something you're truly passionate about, and can be consistent too. If you feel like you wake up and are dreading to whatever you're trying to do, like whatever you're trying to reach, whether it's walking, whether it's lifting, whether it's Pilates, if you're trying something out and you're like, this genuinely does not bring me joy, this genuinely, I don't feel like I'm doing anything, I'm not liking how this feels, then switch it up. Like, you don't have to stick to something that you're not willing to stick to. Like, that's the whole point of like finding what's best for you and your goals is like, what brings me joy? What am I happy about? Does this bring me joy? I am happy to do this. I get to do this. I don't have to. And then therefore you'll stick to something long term, and it won't be something where it's just like, oh, I tried it, I'm done, tried it, I'm done, tried it, I'm done. There's so many times where people are like trying things and they quit because they don't genuinely enjoy it. If you find something you genuinely enjoy, you'll be consistent with, you'll have the pleasure to do it every day or however many times you're doing to be consistent with, and therefore you'll see results because you're sticking to it for long term. You're not just like doing something quick fix, right? So that's kind of where you want to, you know, if you're wanting to see results, then you need to find something that you genuinely like, enjoy. I get to wake up every day, and my favorite part is, yes, like the pre-workout stuff. That's like the fun part, right? Like making a little drink and just like making fun, kind of like just having fun with all of it, because it's super, super fun to like, yes, you're reaching your goals, but you get to have fun with it. But I'm saying I am blessed to wake up. Number one, I pray every day. I'm blessed to be alive. I'm blessed to be healthy. I'm blessed to be able to move my body, because there's so many people that don't have the opportunity to do that. I'm blessed to say that I genuinely enjoy lifting. I get to do that. I don't have to. I get to do it. I get to move my body. That's just the form. I love lifting. So therefore, how long have I been doing this? 8+ years. So there you go. That goes to show that I genuinely enjoy, because I have stuck to it obviously some time. Like, I'm not just doing it for a week and quitting, or 2 weeks and quitting. I genuinely enjoy this. That's why I have seen the results, because I have stuck to it. I have made the plan. I have, you know, ups and downs of my journey. You're not going to be just one level this whole time in your journey. You're going to see weight gain. You're going to see muscle gain. You're going to see different size and different types of goals in your fitness journey. You're not going to have the same goals forever. I don't have the same goals I had when I started lifting. When I started lifting, I wanted to just, you know, see a little bit of muscle. But now I just train, 1, to feel good, 2, to be strong. And my optimal goal is just daily living. I want to live a long, sustainable life where I can still do my daily activities. I don't want to be, again, I talked about this in the last podcast episode, so go to listen to that one if you guys haven't. I want to live where I can still do my own, tie my own shoes, brush my own teeth, all of that. Like, we don't think about that right now because we're young, and you're like, oh, well, I don't need that. But in the end, you kind of have to, you know, mold and modify yourself to train your body for mobilization and everyday living and just being overall healthy. We don't want to, you know, yes, physical results obviously are important if you have that as your main focus, but being optimal in overall health is way more important and will go such a long way. That's why it's so huge on not caring how you look so much, but feeling good. That's how, you know, in a way, just like, again, learning to love the process and being kind and patient to yourself. If like affirmations help with you, or if those help like your mental health, like I wake up every day and I obviously, like, I pray, and then I tell myself I am enough, I am strong, like I am proud, I am blessed. Like, just like affirmations, if affirmations are a good thing for you and they can help you like mentally and obviously like reach your goals to keep going with that, then try affirmations. Like, whatever helps. I like journaling as well. I haven't been journaling in a while. So just kind of doing things for your mental health is like a big thing as well. So make sure you guys take the steps to do that. Those are kind of like just my tips as far as, you know, just like doing it for, again, for the right reasons and not beating yourself up because you don't look a certain way. Being patient with yourself, whether that's journaling, whether that's looking yourself in the mirror and like doing some affirmations, whatever helps with you to feel good on the inside, that's what matters most. Not what like people say about you, not what people are saying, how you look. Don't let that be the factor of like your habit change. Let, you know, feeling good and doing things for your health be like the main motivation and main cause for your sustainable lifestyle. Hopefully this covered like the whole body dysmorphia, body image thing, because it is a real thing that we face every day. You see like all these fitness like quote unquote influencers, or you know, people that have this amazing, we think they have an amazing physique. They also go through body dysmorphia. They also have the feeling that they're not good enough, they don't look good. So no matter what, you're never going to be like 100% comfortable or 100% satisfied with how you look. So that's why, you know, just going back to the basics and just doing it for the right reasons, not just for the physical results. But hope this was helpful. Let me know if you guys have any questions. And yeah, let's do a quick prayer before we leave. I'm going to take a sip of my salud. If you're listening on the pod, little ASMR. This is so good. Okay. And I'm wearing my pink shirt from Mean Girls. On Wednesdays, we wear pink. For those of you on YouTube and IG. But Lord, thank you so much for another week, another podcast episode. So blessed to be alive, to be able to move my body, to be able to become stronger mentally and physically every day. Thank you so much for this beautiful gift you have given us. I pray that this speaks to somebody, even just one person, if they have struggled with body dysmorphia, body image, that they know their self-worth through you. Let them know that they're okay, that they don't have to do this for anybody else but themselves, that they do it for the right reasons and have overall health and not just have to worry about the physical stuff, because that's not what's important. What is important is what you have told us, what you think about us. You have overall power over us, Lord, and we pray that you help us see our self-value every day, guide us every day. I pray this in Jesus' name, amen. Thank you guys for joining the live, the YouTube, the podcast episode. Let me know if you guys want to see in the next episode /live. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.